Commissioners? Good evening, and welcome to the regular Planning Commission meeting, February 1st, 2024, 6 p.m. Our chairperson from 2023, Mani Bandal, is not able to make it tonight, so I am going to be chairing the meeting. I'm Vice Chair Eleanor Kushner. Yes. Can you guys? Yeah, there it is. It's turned on.
It is on.
Yeah.
A little far now.
Yeah, I'll lean over. So thank you. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance, and Stephanie L. is going to lead us. Item 3, Ariana, would you please report on posting the agenda and then conduct a roll call?
The agenda was posted on Thursday, January 25th, 2023 at 6:15 p.m. Roll call. Commissioner Bondal, absent. Commissioner Ellie.
Present.
Commissioner Kushner.
Here.
Commissioner Leongard. Here. Commissioner Lewis.
Here.
Commissioner Ramirez.
Here.
Commissioner Valdez.
Here.
Okay, thank you, Ariana. So item 4 on the agenda is that we have to elect a chair and a vice chair. So not having a chair tonight, this might be a little unusual. He has indicated, though, that he is interested in continuing on as chair, so I'm hereby nominating Mani Bandal as the chair for 2024.
I second it. Before we vote, do we have any other nominations? Or anyone else who wants to do it? I move that we vote on this then.
Okay.
Make a motion.
Roll call vote.
Commissioner Ellie.
Yes.
Commissioner Kushner.
Yes.
Commissioner Leongard.
Yes.
Commissioner Lewis.
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez.
Yes.
Commissioner Valdez.
Yes.
Thank you. It's unanimous. And Mani Bandal, the new chair. And now for vice chair for 2024. Are there any interested?
I move that our vice chair still stays as vice chair.
I second.
Thank you.
Roll call. Commissioner Ellie.
Yes.
Commissioner Kushner.
Yes.
Commissioner Leongard.
Yes.
Commissioner Lewis.
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez.
Yes.
And Commissioner Valdez.
Yes.
Okay. Unanimously accepted. Now we're moving into item 5, public comments. The chair has opened the mic for public comment on items not on the agenda. And there's a time limit of 3 minutes, please. Ariana, are there any public comments for us tonight?
There are no speakers.
No speakers. Thank you very much. Chair is closing public comments on items not on the agenda. Moving right along, item 6, the consent agenda. Ariana, do we have any additions or changes to the consent agenda pertaining to Planning Commission meeting December 7th, 2023?
There are no changes.
Thank you.
I move that the consent calendar be approved as written.
I second.
Okay. Are there any other public comment? I have to open public comments for this?
To go to roll call. Because
Should we move right into roll call? Okay, Ariana, could you please do the roll call?
Commissioner Ellie.
Yes.
Commissioner Leongard.
Yes.
Commissioner Lewis.
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Valdez,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Kushner.
Yes. Okay. On the agenda, item number 7, public hearings, and let's see, no items. Moving right along to item 8, new business. We have in front of us a request to install a Highway 152 tree row plaque monument, and we will be hearing from Cindy McCormick for the staff report.
Good evening.
Thank you, Cindy.
Good evening and Happy New Year. I think is this our first meeting of the year?
Oh, that's true.
So tonight we received a request to install a historic plaque and monument along Highway 152. To give you a little bit of background on the project, just as the highway beautification movement was getting underway in the United States, Gilroy was celebrating the first Arbor Day in 1930. And what better way to welcome visitors into the city of Gilroy with a bunch of trees at our western gateway. So with the Rotary Club organized some other civic organizations, local Rotarians, Boy Scouts, the Campfire Girls, and school children of all ages to plant 75 deodar cedar trees along 152. The following year, they planted another 65 trees along this 1.39-mile stretch. And those trees are largely intact. There has been some that have been removed and others that have been replanted along the way, but there's still a number of trees out there. In 2006, the Historical Society nominated the trees for the National Register of Historic Places, and that was approved in 2007. And you saw that documentation in your packet. So to commemorate the trees, the Historic Society was looking for a location in Gilroy that would be visible to pedestrians and motorists, and they found this location adjacent to the pedestrian trail and also the historic Owsley Homestead built in 1872. They've partnered with the Mountain Charlie chapters of E. Clampus Vitus, also known as the Clampers Vitus. Yes, sir, thank you. And who will be designing the monument, installation, and maintenance. And this gentleman is here this evening if you have any questions. So the monument and plaque would be located on the southwest corner of Hecker Pass Road and Autumn Drive. So this is Autumn Drive here. Here's the pedestrian trail. And Public Works took a look at this and recommended that the monument be 60 feet back from the intersection of the trail and Autumn Way and 3 feet from the edge of the trail pavement. So this is not to scale, it's just to give you a general idea. So the example photo here is actually, I kind of mocked this up, but this is for the San Ysidro school site. They have a sign out there, so it's kind of oops. Sorry. Anyway, so I mocked this up. So the monument itself is concrete, and it would be about 4 feet high by 30 inches wide. And then the bronze plaque would be 20 inches wide by 30 inches high. And you can see the text of the plaque here, which was provided by the Historical Society. And with that, staff is recommending that you recommend City Council approval. Who needs to approve this because it is on city property. And I'm happy to answer any questions. We have members of the Historical Society here and the Clampers.
I didn't see it in the packet, but it might have been in there. If the plaque is defaced in any way, who would we reach out to for maintenance to get that fixed? Would that be the city or would that be the Historical Society?
Yeah, well, I can answer that. They will have to do an encroachment permit to encroach on public property, and that will have conditions for maintenance and all of that in that in the encroachment permit. And it's in the resolution. There's a resolution that council will approve, but it's an encroachment permit with the
I think
conditions.
Connie Rogers might be able
Yeah.
to provide some more information.
Thank you, Cindy. Good evening, everybody. I am Connie Rogers, the president of the Historical Society, and this is two of my board members, Dave Matuzak and Maureen Hunter, just came to support us and our request. As Cindy explained very well, and she covered everything in the staff report, this actually came about because Caltrans wanted to replace the bridge that is just west of this line of trees before you get to the entrance to Gilroy Gardens. And Caltrans gave the city, the residents really, a choice of, do you want the bridge north of the existing bridge or south of the existing bridge? But if it goes south, it'll take out half a mile of the cedar trees. And so that was the question that the community faced. And meanwhile, however, the Caltrans historian, yes, she did all the research and proved that the trees were eligible for the National Register. So then we did a lot of lobbying at the time and said it was right at the time when the Hecker Pass specific plan was being approved. And we said these two decisions should not be made in isolation. They affect each other. So we were very pleased that Caltrans proved that the trees were historic. And not only that, even the spaces between the trees are historic. And so we just submitted their research to the California State Historic Preservation Office, and they approved it, and then they sent it to the Department of the Interior, who also approved it. So we've been trying ever since 2006 or 7 to figure out a good location for a sign. And at first I was hoping for those brown signs that you see along the highway, that maybe we could have one at either end of the row. Those are actually for California landmarks, which I found out are slightly different, even though the requirements are pretty much the same. So anyway, we've had a lot of ideas. None of them worked out until this time, and we think it is really great that the Eclampus Vitus wanted to partner with us. They are a very historic organization also. So in this case, I wrote the words basically and explained a little more about how Hecker Pass came to be named that way and so forth. And the Clampers are providing the materials and the labor, and they asked for their logo to be on the plaque, which is fine. We're both named there. So if you give us your approval and the council follows suit, you should see it by this spring sometime. And thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them.
Thank you.
I have a question. Is that going to face the walkway?
Yes.
The pedestrian way? Okay.
It will face the pedestrian path.
Yeah. Okay.
Initially, we were kind of hoping that we could have something that both the vehicles and the pedestrians could see, but in practicality, it just doesn't work out very well. Even at 15 miles an hour, as they're going around the roundabout, they probably wouldn't be able to read it, not that much text anyway. But they'll see that there's a sign there, and they can pull over and park, someplace in the Hecker Pass area and come back and see it. Plus, as you probably realize, the pathway is very well used. It's really nice. There are a lot of joggers, walkers, bicyclists, and so I think it's a great location to give the users of the trail, an explanation of Gilroy history, and it is the Owsleys, who have the two-story house across the street that was built in 1872. They claimed 160 acres back in the 1850s, and so the family owned a lot of land there until the houses were built, of course. And it's great that the sign is in proximity to one of our most historic areas. And the trees are still welcoming people to Gilroy. So it's all good, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions from commission members to the applicant or staff? Okay. Now, Chair is opening the mic for public comments. Do we have any speakers?
We have no speakers.
Okay, so the Chair is closing public comments. Do we have any disclosures on the ex parte communications? Okay. All right, so we have possible actions. Can we get a motion and a second?
I would like to move. First of all, I'd like to say, as a member of the Rotary Club, it was exciting to understand and learn about our involvement in this. So thank you for including us on that plaque. And I would like to move that we approve this. Do I need to read the whole thing? I would like to move that we recommend the City Council approve the request to install the Highway 152 tree row plaque and monument on public property located at the southwest corner of Hecker Pass Road and Autumn Drive, APN 810-20-038 in the Hecker Pass Special Use District.
I second.
Adriana, would you do a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Ellie,
Yes.
Commissioner Leongard,
Yes.
Commissioner Lewis,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Valdez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Kushner.
Yes. Okay, that passes unanimously. Now we'll come to item 9, informational items. Planning Division staff approvals. I believe that's to you.
Yeah, there wasn't any questions?
Any questions for staff on the Planning Commission approvals? Okay. So then, item 10, Planning Division report. Sharon Goey.
As Cindy said, Happy New Year, since we didn't get to see you in January. Late Happy New Year. But I want to welcome the new commissioner, Commissioner Valdez, and also reappoint the Commissioner Ali. And if you've seen this email from me regarding the Planning Commissioners Academy. I sent it early January and kind of another reminder yesterday. So yeah, please let us know and reach out. Mariah is actually sitting next to Ariana. Let her know. We did hear from 2 commissioners, so if anybody else is interested in attending, we can make the reservation and try to book the room as soon as possible. So, yeah. And Chair Bandel. Mm-hmm.
It's in Long Beach?
Yes. Yeah, Long Beach this year, March 6th through 8th.
No. They try to rotate people, so yeah. The last year was fun.
Yeah, and I plan on attending too.
If you need your 1234 training, you get it while you're there. I already have it.
Yeah, we have everybody last year, so yep. It's just only the new commissioner. That's going to be taking that, online.
And then we received word that they're going to still provide the
Online.
or maybe online. for the-
Yeah, the city clerk has the resource for that too, and we already connected the new commissioner with that, so.
I think we get another year. I think everybody, I think someday.
Okay.
So,
Thank
yeah,
you.
that was it. Thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you very much. And now, item 11, the Assistant City Attorney report.
No report.
Okay, thank you. And that means we're going to adjourn the meeting to the next regular meeting of the Planning Commission on March 14th, 2024, at 6 p.m. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Have a good night.
Thank you. It was so fast. I think that's what is the fastest, right? At least for me.
We had about the same time. There was
Yeah.
one meeting I remember was like just after 20 minutes.
Maybe it was